Luxolo Adams will not be going there. According to Athletics South Africa, he's a 200-meter sprinter who qualified for the Olympic Games last year. However, Adams has been injured for most of the year, as we heard from Jean Verster, and has only competed in 2 events this year, which was earlier this month in July, running a 21.50 and a 21.31. Also earlier this week, Athletics South Africa have then decided to remove him from the Olympic squad, and they've replaced him with the former 400-meter world champion and Olympic champion Wayde Van Niekerk. But Adams is not happy. He is contesting this decision, and to speak on his behalf, we are joined by his attorney, Silicia Scheppel-Barnard, here on Sports Live, just to understand which route they are taking now and the kind of outcome that they want. Good evening from us, Silicia, on SABC News Sports Live. Thank you for speaking to us tonight.
Good evening.
Thank you. So where is the process now of challenging this decision of ASA to drop Luxolo from the squad?
We are following the routes available to us, and understandably we can't disclose too much, but what we can disclose is that we do want transparency and consistency in ASA's decision-making process.
We've just spoken to Jean Verster, who's the coach of the track and field athletes and part of ASA, and he was explaining to us the process that was taken to drop Luxolo Adams. Are you saying then that the process was not fair?
The process was not fair and the process was not transparent, and we are also still awaiting for them to clarify that for us.
And what do ASA's regulations say about this kind of process? What do they need to do in a situation like this, from your understanding?
From our understanding, when athletes are qualified, so there are 3 spots available within the team, and from our understanding with World Athletic rankings, the first 3 get taken, and Luxolo qualified within the first 3.
But having said that, they say that they communicated with him, they communicated with his coach, and he accepted the decision.
That is not true. They informed Luxolo via a WhatsApp call that he will be dropped. He asked for clarification on the process, and we are still waiting for clarification and transparency with that decision that was made.
One of the reasons he just gave us for that decision, Silicia, is that Luxolo has not proved his fitness this year. He's only run twice. He didn't take part in the national champs, and they feel that he's not ready for the Olympic Games. Are you disputing that then? Are you saying that he's ready for the Games?
Yes, he is ready. He was cleared by his medical team. So Luxolo suffered calcification of his hamstring in the beginning of the year. He did undergo treatment for that and rehabilitation, and he was cleared to compete.
And was he in touch with ASA during his rehab and just keeping them updated with how he was recovering from this injury?
Yes, he kept them informed throughout the process.
Okay. So what kind of an outcome then are you hoping for then? Are you hoping for clarity in the process, or is Luxolo actually fighting to get his place back in the team and go to Paris?
At this stage, we are wanting transparency and we are wanting consistency in the selection process.
Does he want his place back in the team?
We actually received communication from SASCOC that even if we overturn the ASA's decision, that World Athletics cannot change the selection at this late stage.
So is that something you've accepted as his legal team?
At this stage, I can't comment on that.
Okay, having said that, the Minister of Sport, Mr. Gayton McKenzie, has come out to say that Luxolo has to go to Paris. Even if he doesn't compete, he says he deserves to go to Paris. Would your client accept that?
Well, if you just look at the process that was followed and the effort that goes into the training for the Olympics, I actually am of the view that it would not be fair for him to go as the minister would call it, a super fan, because Luxolo is an athlete, he's a professional, and for him to go to Paris would be to partake in the Olympics, not to be a spectator.
And talking about the minister, he's been involved in this, even though he's been doing it on social media, and some of his statements have been contradictory. Have you had an audience with the minister? What do you make of his input here in this saga?
We have not had an audience with him as yet, and we are hoping to have an audience with him soon.
And what have you made of his comments, though?
It's been very contradictory, and we are seeking clarification from him.
Yeah. And we know, Silicia, that athletes take years to prepare for the Olympic Games. I mean, there's a lot of effort and money that has been put in here by Luxolo and his team to compete at these games. What kind of cost, or how do you think him not being at the Olympics will affect him also going forward?
There's a massive cost implication, and not only a financial cost when you look at the possibility of loss of sponsorships. You're also looking at an emotional cost, and the time that has gone into this. The Olympics comes only every 4 years, and the training that goes into this is daily. It's hours and hours every day to train for this, and everything has led up to this, which is a massive disappointment to not be in the team when he actually qualified twice to go to the Olympics.
Not only that, but I was at the team kit reveal, and he was one of the athletes that was used to parade the kit, and everybody then reckoned he was a shoe-in to go to the Olympic Games. I mean, he must be shattered, especially after that event where he took part in.
Absolutely, and when you look around at Olympic advertising at the moment, Luxolo is in quite a few of the advertisements with the kit on.
Yeah. Is this a fight that you are willing to continue even after the Games if it doesn't go to the Games?
Absolutely. Like I said, the outcome we are wanting is transparency within the selection process and for consistency to be applied throughout.
So does it mean you are going to court?
I cannot comment on that.
Okay. Thank you, though, for speaking to us here on SABC News Sports Live. Thank you for the clarity, and keep us posted then with what happens going forward. But you are running out of time if he is to go to the Olympics. Is there a time frame in whatever step you take going forward?
As I mentioned earlier, even if we did fight the decision at present to be set aside from ASA side, World Athletics cannot change the names that were entered at this late stage.
Okay, looks like it's going to be a long saga then. But thank you, Silicia, for speaking to us again here on Sports Live.